Hey guys, what's up? Ian here. Today I'm gonna do my UFC 132 predictions and stuff like that. So, we're gonna start with the first card, or the first fight on the card that I believe is on the main card, and that is Dennis Seaver versus Matt Wyman. Personally, I think Dennis Seaver is gonna come away with this, just because I've seen Dennis Seaver fight a lot more than Matt Wyman, and Dennis Seaver's pretty badass. That's all we need to know about. Carlos Condit versus Dong Hun Stun Gun Kim. Carlos Condit is 26-5. Dong is 14-0-1 with one no contest and one draw. No, just one no contest. Sorry. Carlos Condit is 6'2". Dong Hun is just 1 inch shorter. I personally think Carlos Condit is going to come away with the win via knockout. Tito Ortiz versus Ryan Bader. Tito Ortiz is 16-8-1. Ryan Bader is 12-1-0. Personally, I hope Ryan Bader comes away with this one, and I think Ryan Bader could. So my prediction for this is Ryan Bader. I think he can probably, if he wears Tito down a little bit, like we saw in the Tito Forrest fight, when in the last round Tito was doing nothing. I believe that was their third bout, when Forrest won via split decision. But I think Ryan can out-wrestle him, and then maybe even outbox him when he gets tired later in the later rounds. Alright, next fight, Silva versus Lieben. And I honestly have no idea who would win this one. And I don't want to care who would win this one. This is going to be the most exciting fight of the night, and whoever wins this one would be awesome to see fight the winner of Ortiz and Bader to see who fights John Jones. And if Vanderlei fought Brian Bader, it would be an exciting fight. If Chris Lieben fought Tito Ortiz, it would be an exciting fight. And then, if one of those strikers won the number one contenders bout, then John Jones versus Chris Lieben or Vanderlei Silva would probably be the fight of the century. Not really. This is probably going to be the fight of the century, Silva versus Lieben. But I don't know who will win this one. I don't want to care. So, and now for the main event: Dominic Cruz versus Uriah Faber. I'm a Uriah Faber fan. If Dominic can stuff Uriah's takedown attempts, then Dominic should be good and will be able to outbox Uriah. Uriah can hold his own though, and he will. Trust me on this. He will find an opportunity to take Dominic Cruz down. So even if it's not in the first round, I think this will go into the second, if not the third or fourth round. But it's going to finish. This fight's going to be finished via submission by Uriah Faber. I think it's going to be a ground submission. Probably a choke, because I don't know, I just think Uriah has that kind of mentality that he wants to go in there and he wants to choke him and prove to him that he can't beat him. Uriah Faber is the king of the 135 and the 145 division, in my opinion. when Uriah was fighting featherweight, he was on top of the world until he fought Jose Aldo, that is. So, Cruz versus Faber, gonna be a good fight. I could have reviewed the prelims because those are really good. Melvin Gallard's on them, one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, I'm gonna be ordering it when I'm in Rhode Island. It's gonna be good. So, thanks everybody for watching. I know it's not my usual wrestling video, but you know. Alright, so subscribe, comment, like, send me questions for the Q&A vid. Thanks for watching, everybody.